please.
You know, live, Jeremy.
It says we're live.
You know, live.
It says live.
Oh yeah, we're live.
We're live. Is there audio? Audio.
No audio.
Huh?
kidding.
Don't mess me like that. I'm gonna come undone. I'll throw this thing down.
I'm gonna come undone.
I will throw this thing down in the dirt. Touch my
Oh.
sucker.
Beat your sucker like all the ponies do.
Have a fit. Yeah. What's up, guys? We're live. Macy's
so
frozen.
cold.
Macy's too cold to operate today. It's not 70 degrees. It's only 55.
I
and
go
she's-
in hibernation.
It's all over for her.
I can hear you. Woo!
Perfect. So this is the
Yay.
new microphone gimbal whole gear setup.
I wish,
Different.
I wish you guys could see it.
It's pretty spiffy.
It's like
Two-hander.
It's like a little robot.
It's two-handed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Hello, Sue.
this should
Jennifer,
be-
I'm so proud of our team too.
oh, we did awesome. So thank you guys so much for everything you did for us.
It's
We're at like
absolutely
160.
amazing.
You guys crushed it. We came here late last night and we got Macy out with the sparklers and we did a little thing on Instagram for you.
I had to go 1 and then 5 and then 0. And he's like, keep tracing us. I'm like,
Her arms are tired today. She's whipped.
hello, hello. That's awesome. Hey.
Yes, you guys did awesome.
Guys, I
Thanks so
found
much,
out
Dana.
my mare is she's registered and had babies. Lazy Loper and a good machine.
Oh, nice. Who's that?
Jasmine.
Oh, there you
That
go.
makes so
There
much
you go.
sense.
So like I said before, good machine, one of my favorite studs of all time. That would be why I like your horse so much. That's just a good, talented stud right there. Breeding good, talented babies. Lazy Loper should make it really quiet, but those good machines are a little bit tough-minded. So that would be where your sass comes from.
Yeah, a little bit of sassiness.
Yep.
Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Barb. Hello, Dawn.
So what we got? Oh, you're getting better at it. You got Karen, Sue, Jasmine,
I got-
Jennifer,
I got
Kelly.
some of
You got them all. You got them all.
If I don't pronounce your name, that's usually because I don't want to pronounce it wrong, or I'm like I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, so we crushed our goal of 150 people on Patreon. We're up to like 160 now. So we will be in touch with Harris this week. We're gonna get those spurs drawn up. We'll send the logo over to them. Send over the Team LSH. We'll kind of get that figured out, and then we will do the drawing probably on Friday.
Yeah, but don't they get to design them?
They get to design their half.
Yeah.
Their half.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so that will be this Friday. We'll do the drawing.
doing?
She's leaving. She says, I'm out. You guys taking too long.
Come here, keep me warm.
So yeah, you guys showed up. That's amazing. That'll be so much fun.
I'm super
gonna
excited.
be really jealous. I want to see those when they're done.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
They'll have to take a picture
Uh-huh.
and send them to us
Yeah.
so you can see them.
Yeah. And then if you guys missed it, we had a great live stream on the couch the other day.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing what we talked about on this one.
Yep. But we got taken down.
We got taken down because we mentioned the bad word.
Don't use the bad word. We're not allowed to use the bad word. The world
The pandemic.
cuts it off. You can't say stuff like that.
I didn't say the word.
You can't say stuff like that. This is not a political channel. So
Hey, don't ever feel weird about
We're not gonna break the law.
pronouncing mine wrong. I'm used to it. How do you pronounce it? Kama?
that's just comma, I think, isn't it?
Kama?
I would say comma. I don't know how I pronounce that one.
Kama?
I learned Aryan. I'm
I
good at
hope I
Aryan now.
win. I need some new show spurs. I know.
Yes. Tell them to keep the design swing person if you aren't the honored winner. Yeah, that would be sweet. That would be
Actually
sweet. I'd love
really
to have
cool.
800 pair of those floating around.
That'd be really cool. I'd be like, I know
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
I know you.
Be like, hey, I know that logo. Yep, so that'd be sweet. So today we're going to be going over some of the stuff we talked about in the live stream. We're going to be going over canting your horse. All right. So
Which is a common problem.
super common problem. A lot of people run into one of two camps: under canted or over canted.
Jeremy, I won. Macy wins.
Really?
Kama.
Camma. Oh, there you go. There you go.
See, I'm the college girl. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta
she has a
talk
college
to me.
education. I got nothing.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we do you want to share the chat with me?
The
or?
first time you tried it, I know. No, you can't see that.
Okay, you keep hiding it from me. It's really hard to see.
Guys, just talk to me.
Just creeping on you over there.
You're losing, not pronouncing things right.
Yeah. So we're gonna be going over canted versus under canted with your horse. So we wrote ourselves into that problem with this one.
I didn't. He did.
One of this team wrote ourselves into over canted with this one. And it's something you'll find with some of your horses. Some horses just learn to keep their hip over really easy, and then they learn to keep their hip over way too far.
Or you get on them and you're like, yeah, give them some hip.
Yep. So We worked with
It says over-canting info. I know, I'm excited.
Yep. We worked with Jake at the last live stream video. Jake. We're friends now. We're on a first name basis. So we worked with Jacob on his horse, and he had his perfect to the left and over-canted to the right.
Which is what we have on her.
Which is exactly the hole I ran into with this one.
It's okay, they're not gonna get you.
It's a person.
Oh my God.
There's that distracted mind we had to work through with this horse.
We were walking out of his apartment complex today.
Whoa.
Whoa. Jeremy.
I don't think that was Jeremy's fault.
Come on, Pete, let's go for a walk.
Yeah, so we were walking out of the apartment complex, and you know you've been
Quarantine.
You can't say things like that. You know you've been the Q word too much when you see another human being in the apartment complex, and I think
The girl we scared almost pooped her pants.
she about fell down. She was walking out of her door as we were coming down the stairs, and she like, ah! And about fell
and
over.
then we freaked out because she screamed.
She scared me because she freaked out so bad.
And then we're like, we haven't seen people in forever. She's like, I know, I never see people.
So you know you've been in queue too long when that happens.
It was really funny.
It was awful. So,
It's okay. It's okay.
so she didn't even freak out when I screamed. She don't care. She's not afraid. What are you supposed to know for?
It's annoying her.
Why?
I like you.
So yeah, we'll go over canted versus under canted. Hopefully we get Macy up there a little bit and she can she can demonstrate for us how this horse gets over canted. I can show you guys some things on the ground. This is news to her.
I have tennis shoes.
That's fine. She'll still over can, I promise.
Jeremy, we're gonna have to derail the whole thing. She's gonna be like, ah!
Either way, it'll be an
I love
educational
Kathy.
experience for everybody.
What do you want me to do?
We're gonna walk, and I want you to push your hip, and we're gonna over canter, and I want to show them where the legs go. I want to demonstrate for them. I want to dance for the folks at home. That's
How
what I
about
want.
I dance for the folks at home?
As long as you know what you're dancing to.
I don't know how to dance.
Yeah,
too.
see?
Oh, it's Peanut. My horse is...
What? Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. What's a doppelganger?
Doppelganger is a twin. Like an
Aw.
imposter.
I've never heard that
Like
language.
a clone.
Will you take my... I don't know these abbreviations. NH Pleasure Filly for training? Yes, we will.
I would, yeah. NH, so how is she bred? So if she's NH.
I want to see her come undone. Guys, no! No!
Everybody wants to see it.
I've never, ever, my whole entire career, ever since I was 5 years old, ever been bucked off.
You better knock on the tree of that saddle. Asking for trouble.
No.
Asking for trouble.
No
So if she's
trouble.
NH, the only NH stud that I know of anymore is the Platinum Dream.
What's the NH?
Height.
What's that?
Are you new to horses?
I told you, I don't know much.
HIPP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really, to be honest,
Oh.
everyone's always like, oh, is it HIPP? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. What even is that? People are so concerned about that.
It's a genetic disease.
Okay.
They don't metabolize sugar very well, I believe. So then they start to tremble.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, or potassium, one of the two. You give them sugar. Give them Caro syrup to bring them out of it. I know that much.
Really?
A lot of halter horses.
Is it like sugar diabetes?
No.
No. Oh,
For HIPP. So you give them
I love you, Macy.
Well, there we have it. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Well, you said you gotta give him Carol syrup.
Yeah.
So I had to give my husband orange juice when his sugar's low.
When sugar's low, yeah, you gotta spike the sugar back up.
So,
That may very well be. I don't know. I don't know why we give them Caro syrup, but I do know that it brings them out of it.
Is it how you guys never say never? She zips chocolate drop by halter breed stallion.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the halter bred stallion would be where the NH is coming from there. So
It's
then,
kind of like ADHD.
what?
Don said it's kind of like ADHD.
Oh, really? HYPP? In that they're both abbreviations?
I used to remember sitting at like a couple places and they're like, "Oh, is it HYPP?" I'm like, I mean, no. And like, I mean, people are so concerned.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yeah, that's not good. I've never got around to actually ask someone, like, what is that?
Yeah, genetic defect passed down from halter horses, impressive bred halter horses. And they end up being like hugely muscular.
She's been dealing with horses only since breakfast.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are you guys full-time trainers? I'm not a trainer, but
She's not a trainer, which is a good thing. She'd be selling horses. It is HYPP, positive, however you like it. Positively, however it's supposed to be, HYPP.
be like, if you're concerned about it, I'm concerned about it.
I am a full-time trainer. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I am a full-time jack of all trades, if you haven't noticed. I like
He
to
does
dabble.
dentistry, live training, and all the things.
I like to dabble in a lot of things. I like to stay.
Okay, so it's sodium potassium channel exchange in the muscle.
Okay, so you know about the sodium potassium pump.
Don't ask me the questions.
Being a nurse who just finished human anatomy knows all about the sodium potassium pump, right?
I do. Work starts to catch up with you video tonight. Perfect.
Awesome.
Have a
Very
good
good.
day at work.
Yeah, so I do dentistry with my dad, who's been doing dentistry, equine dentistry, sedation free for, I don't know, 20 some years. And I just started that. I've been doing it for a little over a year and a half now.
Unable to regulate potassium levels in blood.
There you go.
There you go. So you were wrong too.
I said potassium.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't hear you. Okay, one second. Got a couple more questions.
So then,
Kathy said, why is that I can't walk after working on getting Gordy to break at the wither and said wither side to side so stiff? Just keep at it.
Wait, I can't. What? She can't walk or the horse can't walk?
I've been painting all day, you guys, and like I've been
She's
taking
paint fumed.
so much paint fumes, like my eyes are watering because I just
She's just pickled today.
I'm pickled. My brain's like
Why is it I can't walk after walking Gordy so stiff? Just keep at it. Kathy, is that you or Gordy is super stiff?
And there was another question.
I tried a new video submission form to submit Charlie Cole's virtual show. Let me know if it didn't go through. Cool. I will check it when I get back home. It's an IMA full-time trainer-ish.
You said that already.
Hyperkalemic periodic paralysis. Yeah, there you go. Look at these people that all know hyperkalemic periodic paralysis.
Me, I can't walk.
Raj Zenage makes them big and kind of dumb. Yeah, big guys that know next to the gym. How many shots has Macy had, right? She's on quarantini day today. So yeah, I agree, Dawn. Let's ride.
Yeah.
We take this?
Yep.
Okay. Try this? Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
Perfect.
T-Rex arms, legs, remember. I don't know, you could do some stretches.
Wait, what?
Kathy said she can't walk.
She can't walk. Oh, then you're using your legs right. That's a good thing. Keep at it. Yeah. So if you can't walk,
Hop on, Macy. Okay.
because you push your hips around, then you're using your legs properly. That's a good thing. That would be what we're looking for.
It's a good thing.
Kind of. Yeah. Just gotta ride more, Kat.
Faux
Get
show.
you a good masseuse.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
tying some knots in my reins. Peanut is really short. And I don't want to step on these. If you've ever been riding and you had a horse step on the end of the reins, that'll about rip you right off. So we'll put some pretzels in there. And we'll rock.
Okay.
All right.
I have had a couple glasses of wine. Me
Do my-
too.
Do my
Just
daily
kidding.
experiment.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So,
I
by the way,
know.
we'll back up. Same deal. You guys see me warm horses up a million times by now. So we're gonna push this around.
I'm gonna take this from my mother quick.
The new gimbal. We'll see how it works.
Watching you guys live in tack shopping. Ooh.
Nice. Where are you tack shopping? Online, probably. Maybe not. It's not every country's like that.
No, we're just
Just us.
just
Michigan.
us. Just Michigan.
Just Michigan. All right, so we'll walk this horse around. We're gonna warm her up a little bit. Gonna check all my buttons. You guys can watch how I drop her neck down, shuffle wide, drop her down. This horse got a real big problem wanting to keep her neck up all the time. So every time I take a hold, I want you guys to notice how she flips her head up at me. All right, that's got to go away. So notice how I take a hold real slow. See that head come way up and follow that, and then my legs choke down. That is the root of all my problems right there. All right, that's where all my troubles come from. So make sure that you get your horse to where it doesn't do that on you. Do you want to hit the do not disturb on that?
Yeah.
So you want to get that out of there. Definitely want to get the leave-in out of there. So anytime my legs choke down, anytime this stuff right here, my head flips on me, she opens her mouth, gaps on me, we want to get that stuff out of there. Want to get her belly picked up. So I'm going to work my left spur here to push her rib cage over and work my right spur to pick her belly up. All right, so bringing my right spur, my outside spur in. Now she's on both feet. We'll walk her back up. Remember, this is what we're going for. So we want this horse to lift her belly and stay dropped down in my hands as we go. All right, right there, that looks good. So staying down in my hand, staying down in my neck. Really want to make sure on these horses that we get them so that they hold themselves down there and get this belly up. So if I was riding Charlie the other day, we talked about how that horse was really starting to lift in the middle, and this horse is getting heavy on me. Go ahead.
Erin said that was her problem today.
Yep. So we want them to pick their belly up. What you will find is when they pick their bellies up, everything else gets super easy. They'll walk slow, they'll think slow, they'll stay down in their neck. You won't have to fight with them anymore. That's what we're going for. Okay, is teaching them how to stay elevated right here all the time. This horse is really bad about me going to my spurs and her flipping her head up. So if you're ever not sure, just be riding along here, squeeze your feet and see what happens. All right, so what happens with this horse? Well, she chokes her legs down. I don't love that. All right, so see how her walk slows way down? I don't love that response when I go to my feet. I kind of want this horse to keep going with her legs. Remember we talked about in the live video just the other day, the couch video, separating the two, all right? So if this was Jacob's horse that we were talking about, if this is your horse at home, his horse drives his legs through all the time. So you go to your feet and it sends its legs forward, but it doesn't necessarily hold its shoulders back, right? Any other question?
Yeah, Don said, OMG, that's exactly what Lola does.
Yep. So we got to get that out of there. The key to it, like we saw with Jacob's horse, is going slow, all right? So taking our time, going slow, working with this horse, draw her neck to the side, stay here until she kind of drops her neck off. See how open that mouth up? I don't want that to happen. And we said about that in the live video. We were going over a user submitted video, and it felt like that horse gave in your hands. It felt like that horse gave her chin to you, right? Flexed her pole. But what she really did was open her mouth. And do you see where if this horse opens her mouth, she does not have to flex in the pole very much, because she feels soft in my hand, but it's really just her mouth open that I'm feeling. Her nose is still out, right? So we want to get all this gumming out of there, all that jawing the bit, kind of resistant stuff out of there. So I want to be able to roll this horse around and drop her in the middle and keep her down as I roll across. We talked about this with the Charlie horse, right? The last horse we rode in the last live video, we could take him and push his body around and bring him across the middle, roll him across the middle. Do you see how this horse lifts as I come through the middle? So if I pass this horse's neck back and forth in front of you guys, right here, if I reach down, draw her neck to the side right here, bring her over, bring up her outside rein here, bring her chin to me, chin to me, chin to me, so she stays straight from her ears to her nose. That's really good. And then I can bring her over. This neck really badly wants to, like right there, wants to come up, okay? We gotta get this neck to where it can stay down all the time, because she can't be lifting her neck away from me as like right there. See how every time I bring it across, it's always like this? What that means is when I bring her neck in the middle, it's A, gonna come up, and B, she's gonna come undone in her belly, right? But
Don said, so how do we stop that? I hate the bit chewing.
gotta do more, right? Gotta handle her mouth more, gotta get in there more, slow these hands down, get her to trust your bit. A lot of people's solution would be to tie their mouth shut, right? Put a noseband on there, clamp their mouth shut. I don't think that works. I obviously have a problem here that I have to fix. And I look at it and I go, well, if I absolutely loved her legs, then I would say, well, that's just her, right? And I might tie her mouth shut. But I look at it and I go, I got a lot of holes out here where I got problems riding around. I got sticky spots, I got abrasive spots, I got rough patches that I gotta get out of there. So I'm not gonna tie her mouth shut, because that's just a symptom of a bigger problem up there. That's a symptom of she's not comfortable in my hand. She's not comfortable being rolled around. So she doesn't have this softness that I'm looking for, and I can't just fake it, all right? Because if you tie their mouth shut, what's gonna happen is that tension is still gonna be there, and for me, it's probably gonna be there right through here, right? Where they're gonna stay really tight and tense in their neck. So I want her to be relaxed in her neck as she goes around. I want that neck to be really soft and supple. So if she gaps her mouth and does all that stuff, then I'm just gonna stay in And just keep handling her mouth, keep bringing her across, get her comfortable with all this stuff, right? Be soft and slow with my maneuvers, all right? Good.
Bonnie said over bit or big smooth snaffle for one that hides their chin.
Yes, yes. And the other piece that is, take their head to the side, all right? If they hide their chin, bring them over here, right? Because look, I can pull this horse's chin out. I can get them out in their nose, all right? So I can hold her nose out over there if they want to hide from me, okay? And you can kind of work them like that. You can pick their nose right out, all right? So see how if I pick her head up, and we did this in the bridle too, right? Where even in a snaffle, I don't necessarily have to pick up and bring her chin to me, right? And it's all about how much bump you put in there. If I put some bump in there, look, she's gonna bring her chin to me. And this is where everybody's horse goes wrong, right? We do lots of bumping when we ride. We bump over here, we bump over here, right? We ride like this, we bump like this, and we just bang that horse's chin back, all right? So what you could do if you want to get the chin out is hold, right? Put some pressure on hold. Look, I can pop her chin right out, just unfold it, all right? So I can pull her neck over here, I can pull her over here, and look, I can get her neck straight out, right there, get her nose straight out and teach her to drop into my hands. Go ahead.
Bonnie said, so to fix the chin, then go back to working their neck down?
Go back to working his head side to side, yep. Like I said, if I pull my hand out wide, I can take her nose beyond the vertical right there, all right? If you look at where her nose is in relation to her ears, see I have her beyond the vertical out there, all right? So anytime my horse kind of hides her chin, look, I can just kind of work her side to side and pull that nose straight out, all right? Good.
And then my horse chomps all the time. Teeth have been checked, and she will even do it when she's tired or hanging out.
Probably just a habit that she kind of learned then. I would say that you just, like for riding stuff especially, you want to make sure that you're being soft and quiet with your hands. Hard to say without knowing the horse's history and stuff like that. Like if you put all the rides on and you made sure that you were really soft in your hands, the key to that is, like when and it's the same thing for horses that hide from my hands, right? It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna touch their face. And in fact, it means the opposite. So if my horse is not comfortable with me touching their face and handling their mouth, it's no different than the horse that kicks out at my foot, all right? So hiding your chin back is the same thing as over-canting, all right? It's just going too far over to try to hide over there, all right? So this horse to the right tries to hide her hip to the inside so she doesn't have to use her body and get lined up. So it's the same thing here. When they hide their chin, they've just learned to stay back too far, right? So it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna handle their face. It just means I'm gonna handle their face and do it a different way, all right? So if she says, well, I kind of like having my chin back, all right, then we're gonna go really tight with our reins until you learn to sit on that, and we're gonna go and maneuver around like this, okay? So we're gonna do all of our maneuvers. If you wanna hide from me, I can tighten down on the reins, and now we can do everything from back here, because I'll just push everything up to their face then, all right? And if I say, you know what, it's kind of a problem where I can't go and back up, right? If I'm in a smooth snaffle and they're hiding their face in a smooth snaffle, then I'm gonna start working out here and getting this nose out, right? So what that would look like is if I was practicing with that horse, I can come out here and go back to a little bit of grade 2 stuff where I just kind of hold their chin out, right? Pull this chin out and let her have her nose out there, okay? Until she can go around. I talk to her shoulders instead of her chin, because that's really what you got. She's hiding her shoulders from your hands and giving you her chin, right? Giving you her nose. So I can come out here and say, hey, let's go back to some grade 2. Let's get this nose out. Let's take a hold of these shoulders. Let's do something with your shoulders. That way when I pick up, I get her shoulders without her nose, right? Because I don't necessarily need her nose folded back, okay? I need her shoulders up to me all the time. So I can kind of weave around right here, get this nose out, and see, I can put that straight out with this horse because she loves having her nose out, right? So by kind of offsetting my hands, picking this hand up wide, I can keep her from hiding her chin back to me, right? Keep her from hiding in her face and ducking under that bit, okay? So the cool part about that is, when you start handling your horse like that, you can get this nose straight out and get her head way up, right? Get it way up and out here. I mean, it looks like I'm messing this horse up, right? It looks like I'm really screwing things up for myself when I go to put her down, right? But look. Okay? And that's the advantage of driving your horse up, right? So when we talk about training these horses, I'm always gonna have this come back to, and that's what we want, right? I'm always gonna have this, because now she's like, well shoot, I don't wanna have my head up anymore, right? I don't wanna be up out there, because that was hard work. But notice how I wasn't trying to make that look showable. I want this to look showable. When I put her down and I say, hey, You carry yourself. I want this to look showable. So don't be afraid. Like, evaluate here and have your eyes on the ground. Say, hey, Macy, is my neck level right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Macy, do I have good cadence right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is my nose too far out?
I can't tell yet.
Can't tell? Okay.
I mean,
Is it too
a little
far
bit.
out? A little bit? All right, so I don't like that, right?
But I mean, I think it's cute.
So I don't want to say like don't chase this position. So there's a time where like you might come away from hold them tight and dictate this position to them and make them stay right here and get bridled up and go for all this. And that's where I see a lot of people going wrong. You guys are chasing a show look. That's this right here. I could sit here and debate with this horse forever about stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, right? Stay here. You see her jaw all over my hands and pull on me and do all sorts of stuff and go slow. Like just stay right here. Don't go fast, don't go fast, don't go fast. And look what's gonna happen. See how I died out, right? If you're focused on going slow, you're gonna lose all of your drive and all of your lift that makes it good when you go slow, all right? So if I'm sitting here chasing this horse's slow position, then pretty soon she's gonna be like, all right, well, I'll just slow down. I'll just lose my cadence. And now I'm jogging like this. Now I have to kick her, right? Like I gotta do this, and now I'm debating to her, and now I'm gonna start carrying her around, right? I gotta take her, and I gotta jog for her now, right? Like I keep doing this every stride, keep her going, right? So just remember you're going for showable here, okay? Don't be afraid to set your horse down and say, well, what do I have now? Is this better than I had a minute ago? But sometimes that looks like this, right? Pick this up, take this over here, make a bunch of work for yourself, make a bunch of work for your horse, come over here, get off this right leg, stand up, come over here, now go back to the right, now get off my right leg, right? If my horse is having a hard time, go back to the right, get off my right leg, go back to the right, stand up on this shoulder, and then set it down and say, whew, there you go. Carry yourself around, right? So you'll get this faster if you stop worrying about this, all right? Worry about, does my horse do the maneuvers that I'm asking it to do, right? And that's why on this channel we focus on teaching you guys the different maneuvers that we're looking for, right? So you don't worry so much about trying to get your horse to the show pen, because then they'll find themselves to the show pen, right? And a horse that carries itself around the show pen is always much more pleasant to watch than a horse that doesn't, okay? So, that being said, what we're focusing on today, now that this horse is warmed up and kind of confused,
Yeah.
we're focusing on over-canting, all right? So, there was a time, and I know because I lived through it, right, that for some reason it got disseminated down from the upper echelon trainers, the really good guys, right, to our local show circuits, that you had to have your horse in a seat, right? So what we started doing was we really started working about our hips. We said we gotta have horses hock on the inside. We gotta have a big hock over there, all right? So when I was a kid, I used to ride my horse. When I went to work for Troy, I rode like this because I was pushing that hock through. Look how good this horse is at this position right here.
I know. She's like, I live for
Really good.
this.
I know this is second nature to me. So if you guys ever find yourself curling around the inside, that's why I yell at you, all right? So when you start riding like this, and you got this horse's hop,
You sound like me now.
on the inside, you got their head and neck on the inside, and you're doing this to them, right? If you guys have ever taken a picture of yourself from the front loping, and you look like this is what we're trying to fix, right? Do you see how I'm curling right here? Straighten this rib cage out, straighten this out, okay? So straightening this out will put you more centered in the saddle, all right? Which is what you gotta have, good.
Kelly said, pretty jog. Thank you.
Thank you.
McKenna said she's loving this. And then Dawn said they're funner to show when they carry themselves around.
They're way more fun to show.
And Jennifer said, I got yelled at by that too, by you. We did yell at you about that.
That's so common, right? That's how I started. That's why I help you guys, right? Because it was not that long ago. It was like 15 years ago, 12 years ago that I was riding around like this. And I was like, man, my horse, look at that hock on the inside. We're just sending that right around. Look at that hock, just travel. Oh, so much hock, right? We were over there like this, riding along, and I would fix, and I'd put some work in. I'd be like, yeah. Oh, no. Right? So watch that in yourselves. Watch that in your horses that you're not creating that position, okay? So that is babysit city, right? That is babysit deluxe, and we do not want to babysit this horse. I want her to carry me around. So if you ever find yourself where you got one stirrup sitting longer than the other like this, and you got no weight over here and you're floating this inside leg, right? See how there's air between my foot and my stirrup? You're not carrying weight over there, then I promise you your horse is not carrying itself around. It can look way better, right? So get yourself squared up, get weight in both stirrups, keep weight on your inside stirrup when you ride around. You gotta stay balanced and square up there. What will happen, right? And this is what I told Jacob in our live video the other day. What will happen when you go from riding like this, and you have that hip on the inside, and you have that head and neck over here, you go from this to try to put weight on the inside and square things up, and you ride like this, and you step down right here, and you let go of this rein, that horse is gonna tip over. It's gonna do this, right? So it's gonna fall down right away over here, because now there's nothing holding it up, right? There's nothing keeping that horse from falling that way. So you were what was keeping that horse going straight by sitting over here like this. You were counterbalancing things, all right? So she wants to go that way real bad, you go that way real bad, and now we're balanced, and we call this balance, and we wonder why we can't show our horse, right? So get yourself balanced and square. When you do this, your horse is gonna fall over that way. That's why we taught you guys the side pass move first, all right? So for a lot of people, this is gonna be where you start. Put this, I got a hole.
Whoa.
I got a hole. This is where you start, right? So you can continue to sit square. So you can sit on the left side of your horse, and your horse stays over to the right and doesn't fall over right away, right? So whether that's walking, jogging, or loping, I want you to be able to side pass over and maintain this line out of your calf, all right? Because you do not want to get in a situation where you're like this, going straight. This is no good, right? And I was guilty of this in a real bad way.
A real bad way.
Real bad way. Because what happens is you start doing this, okay? So you start falling over, and you got no way to fix that. So get your horse to where it stays up and over here, and you see how sharp I can make that move back across there. So I can keep my hand open towards my leg on this side, and she stays up off this calf, right? That's why I tell you guys to do it with your hand wide over here, right? Straighten this left arm out and push him off your inside, okay? So that way it's coming out of your leg. So that way you can set your hand down and that horse continues to fly straight. Because otherwise, it's gonna be coming out of your rein like this, and when you put your hand down, that horse is gonna tip right back over. But what's not gonna happen is your leg's not gonna disappear. Your calf will always be there. Go ahead.
Amanda said, "Good morning, gorgeous people. So glad to see you this morning."
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so that will cause a lot of problems when you ride. So make sure you can take your horse, you start here. Start with this rib control maneuver. Get one step, get out. Slide down, get your one step, get out. Make sure things finish, then go back to straight. See how I set her down and things go back to here towards you. If I take a hold again, I don't like how she slid down that rein, right? She flung her head around, she's opening her mouth, she's kind of abrasive stepping across here. She's a little bracy coming around. So I'm just gonna stay in, put a little pressure on, there's my hole, right? She's fighting this position. She's saying, I don't want you to have that. I don't want to cross in front of my left leg with my right leg, because that's hard. So I'm staying in, right? So my horse is past the one step mark, okay? My horse comes off my leg. I'm not working real hard out of my right leg to do that, okay? So keep that in mind. My horse is past the button stage. Now it's refined stage. So if your horse is still in the button stage where you come here and they come off your leg and you're still trying to get that one step, then don't come out here and go in and stay in like I've done, all right? Come out here, get your one step and get out, all right? Because your horse, when you slid down this rein, if it goes to the right at all, you're still in the get off my leg stage, okay? Because your horse is falling over into your leg. So what we want to do is get control between both feet. So I got to have a button on this side that says move everything over, all right? Move everything over. So when Jacob goes to work on his horse, I don't want my inside leg to mean only move your shoulder over. I don't want this, okay? This is indirect turn. This is not going to help you much if you have a problem with bend in your horse's body, if you have a problem with over-canting, all right? Because you see how that just over-cants her more. That gets her hiding over here more, all right? So what we've got to do is we've got to think of over-canting in terms of two things. One, where is this shoulder going? This shoulder should be going straight to you guys, right? And then this hip, where is this hip going? Okay? This hip should be traveling straight to you guys, just with my hip over, all right? So we don't want to get our horse to where they're doing this, moving her hip sideways and doing this right here. Because exactly what's happening with Jacob's horse, we said, you got your outside rein just loose like this, okay? So you're not keeping your horse balanced between your hands. It's gonna do a couple things. It's gonna twist this horse's head right here, right? We talked about how bad that is when we start twisting our horse's head, and our hock is traveling sideways. If you were to do that in the middle of the arena, what you would find is your horse doesn't go straight. They do this. So then when it's loping, he's gonna be doing this. He's gonna be loping over here, all right? Now, that's not terrible until you get to the rail, because here's where we ride ourselves into problems, because now it can't go sideways anymore. So if we don't work in the middle of the arena, we practice this,
Whoa.
and we practice this along the rail, look what this horse does now, other than fall down.
She's gonna fall down. You better be careful.
Now, that rail holds her shoulder up for me, right? And if I go to press this hock over and push this hip and really scissoring this horse up between my feet, right? Now I'm gonna have a problem where I can't get this horse's hock traveling straight ahead. Go ahead.
Our Patreon, I can put it in the link. It's LSH Live.
Yep.
They're trying to find us on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, it's LSH Live.
Yep.
Or I can try to put the link in there real quick.
Yep.
I can't do that while I'm walking.
Yep.
Bonnie or someone, could you put the link in there, please?
Thank you, Bonnie. You're the best.
Thank you. Anyone, you guys are all the best.
So yeah, so when you do this on the rail covers for you. The rail hides your problem, okay? Your problem's still there, but the rail is hiding it for you.
Thank you so much.
Right? Don't take your horse and get them balanced. This guy did the wheelie, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Don't get them balancing on the rail doing this, all right? Because when you put that much bend in your horse's body, you have a big old problem.
Thank you, everyone.
Right? So we don't want our horse going down the rail like this. So I stress, don't get your horse in a situation where when you press your outside foot, your hock goes this way, right? We don't need that much over to go straight down the rail, right? We don't need much over in our hip, other than like right here.
Don said, oh, my racers.
Yeah. So we don't need much over in our hip. So what we want is we want this hock to step under, right? You need under far more than you need over. So don't think about the old school way where we talked about you got to have that horse's hock way over there, right? Of getting your horse to go around, because they don't use it anymore and they'll severely punish you, and you can't make today's style of movement with your hock way over like that. You just need slightly over, and that's the honest to God truth. You don't need their hock that far over. When you start talking about getting their hock this far over and you make 4 tracks down the rail,
Oh,
what
gosh.
you start doing is side passing down the rail, right? So in order to bring this horse's head where she's going, now I gotta bring everything over like this, right? So now we've got a big severe bend in our horse's body, right? And that bend is happening right here in front of my saddle, okay? So this is very, very bad, in a position that this horse is very, very good at.
Yes, she's very, look how comfortable she
Look how smooth
is.
she can move up into that.
Jennifer, like, poor peanut. She's like, what's happening up there? I
So
know.
she's really comfortable in that position because I did it a lot, right? I worked long and hard trying to get my horse good at that. So
You
what we
did.
gotta do is we gotta get that out of there, okay? One of 2 ways. First thing you gotta do is fix this leg. Well, one of the things you have to do is fix this leg, only meaning take your hip, go that way, right? That's the push and catch maneuver. What you're missing is the catch, okay? So you probably have a really good push. Like this horse gives her hips up really soft, right? Probably have a really good push, but you probably have a really bad catch and walk forward. See that? That's my problem.
That's bad.
I'm not going forward whatsoever. So nothing about that when I capture with this leg means go this way and step onto the line, okay? So that's a big old problem. So I gotta push this horse around, get my hip traveling sideways first. There's our step 1, move your hip. Step 2 is go straight ahead. And straight just happens to be towards the fence because that's where I caught.
Sharon said she sees people doing this at shows.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's bad news bears.
Yeah, it is.
Right? So push your hip around, catch, straight ahead. Hock's gotta travel forward, right? So when I go to my outside foot, I want it to mean get round, not go sideways, okay? So when you come to your outside leg, the catch is so important. So you bring your horse's legs and you step forward with them, all right? Because I promise you, every one of those horses that you see going down the rail and the trainers are doing this with it, it's got a problem over here on its outside front.
Yeah.
what it's gonna be doing is stepping short on the inside and stumping this inside leg and overreaching the outside. And it's probably going to look like it's on the wrong lead loping around, right? Because what I'm doing is I'm giving this leg tons of room to go that way.
Don said the push and catch has worked tremendously for me and Lola. I wasn't stopping and leaving straight.
Yes.
Awesome.
Good.
Yay.
So what you should find is now Lola is starting to use her body this way when you go to your leg, right? So what we want is we want our horse when we go to our leg is to do this, right? Round everything up, round over, and step under yourself. Not go sideways. There's never a time when I'm showing my horse and I'm like, man, if I could just take that horse and leave my hand down and make one of these moves, I would be in really good shape.
Whoa.
Right? I would be in such good shape if I could do this all the way to the middle of the pen. Right? You don't need that, okay? What you need is the ability to dig your foot and grind your spur and have that horse come up under you onto a line. Come under, onto a line under here. So go to your foot, have that horse come under you, right? Not go sideways. You don't need to go sideways, okay? Very little sideways involved here. If you put your leg on, your horse does this, you are in bad shape. Not only is that horse going this way, but it's going this way too, right? I have two components to that. So I was headed almost 45 degrees left right there, when I should have been going under and rolling everything up and really getting on that spur, all right? So it's the push first, push this horse's hip around. This is grade school, right? Grade school level, push your hip around, then take it to high school, then take it to college where she moves these legs under me going straight ahead, right here, right? Under me going straight ahead. So now, do you see when I catch, this right rein is really solid. Left hand is open and bumping, okay? Right rein is just touching her neck, left hand is open and bumping, right leg is on, left leg's bumping, left arm, left leg bumping, right side solid, okay? The reason being is because when I go to move off my push and catch, I need a wall right here to keep my neck and my shoulder and everything straight, all right? Because if you don't do that, you're gonna end up in this kind of situation right here where you push like this, you push this hip around, she's a little sticky up front. That's a horse that's getting heavy up front, right?
Yeah.
So she starts to plant that front foot, so you heard me cluck, and I put some forward in there, and then you catch and you do this. Do you see how I'm walking forward, but my ears and my face are not pointed where I'm going? See how much bend I have in my neck? You do not want this right here, because that horse has got to go through its ears, through its shoulders, through its body, right? So you want everything to stay right here. Now travel straight ahead with everything. So now go straight right here, so you step underneath yourself and you roll up onto my spurs, right in here, all right? If you don't have that roll up onto your spurs, you're gonna have a heck of a time.
Can you do the move again the correct way?
Yep, yep, so I'm here, push it around. I'm gonna touch your neck with my right hand so I keep everything straight.
Ugh.
There's my hole, right? Needs more of these. Keep everything straight. Right hand on her neck, left hand taps, left leg taps, pick a point, go straight to it. I'm going towards the fence behind Macy right here. So see how I keep my head and neck straight in front of me. And now I round that horse into that position. Round her up into that.
So your leg and your rein that catch on the same side, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, leg and rein that catch are loose. Because if you think about what you want this horse to do, when it lopes on its left lead, I want it to be solid over here and free over here. Free this side up, all right? So my leg and my hand on this side are free. Because I'm saying, hey, step out here, step around there, all right? So that's the first piece you're missing. And that's where, like Jacob, you're gonna struggle with your horse when you go to catch and try to walk straight. So, and like Dawn, you're gonna struggle with that when you catch and walk straight, right? If you have over-canted, or if this leg means go sideways with your hip, if you only went to grade school, all right? And that's what it is, you just stop. You just stop before you find all the way. Because we take these horses and I teach them to be loose and free out here, and then I tighten them up and go straight right here, all right? So it's not a bad thing if you have the ability to push your hip around like this. It's a great thing, it's a great start, right? We just want to take that to the next level, which is the catch part. She's getting heavy up front, she's trying to put all her weight right here. So I'm put a little more pressure on there, move her sideways, and now move her hip. And she's going kind of fast, so she's a little bit, see that tail going, right? She doesn't really like this, so I have to stay here and keep working this maneuver until she comfortably goes around there, very quietly, all right? So I come back around, catch, now everything's straight to Macy.
I think the big thing two people are gonna run into is that like her right shoulder is going to fall.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be like, cause her hips are so loose, but her shoulders, like we struggle with her shoulders so much.
Yep.
I think we got her hip too loose and we kind of just forgot about her shoulders. So
We got two out there.
yeah, so when we did the push and catch, like her right front would just leak out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So then, what else you're gonna need is the ability to fix your shoulders. Because you have two problems, right? So say we're going to the right, this horse is bad way. I got two problems. One, my hip is too far that way. And two, do you see how my shoulder's too far this way? If I brought my hip back in line and I brought my shoulder back in line, then everything would be able to go straight right here. But I have a big problem right here. I got a big banana in my horse, right? And I can't have this big banana in my horse's belly, right? So what we gotta do is we gotta make sure that this rein right here straightens things out, right? So I'm gonna spend some time bringing this horse back over this way to get some control over that left shoulder and where it's going.
1 second. She said, so if you are in a show using one hand, can you still use the rein as a catch, or is that just at home to train them?
Just at home to train them. Yep, just at home to train them. So what you're doing when you catch is you're giving that horse an opportunity to drop their neck down. That's what this hand's doing, all right? So when you're working and you're going at home, what you're doing is you're riding that horse through the diagonal, all right? So I'm bumping over here because I want that horse to go that way. I want to lope through that face, right? So this is going to drop my horse's neck down. You see how this bump's wide? You see how it drops my neck right here? So what we're working on when we push this hip around is we're working a couple things at once. I want this wither moving a lot because I want my horse to be really flexible right here and really supple in her withers. Now she's a little high right there, right? I want her to be really flexible and really supple right there. So I'm going to push this hip around. Push my hip around, and when I catch it over here, catch it, and look at that face wanting to come up, all right? So because I found her wanting to stay up right there, I know she's not getting round. So this right here, this walking forward is purely just, hey, get round underneath this. Keep working on trying to stretch your neck down so you can keep working on trying to lift your back up. There you go. And see, I'm not letting anything go left or right here. There's trying to leak out. And that's the biggest thing. When you catch, don't let anything go left or right. So when you're walking that line, don't let things go this way or this way. Good.
Kelly said her mare completely freaked out and quit moving and pushing her hip. Do I just need to do more?
Yep, yep. So you see this horse freak out too, right? She trips over herself and she stomps on her front legs and she gets all mad. I've never seen a horse that loved giving their hips up, right? That was super good about it in the beginning. So if this is a new thing, just remember, like you see me out here pushing this horse's hip a lot. It didn't start that way. Unfortunately, I do not have a young enough horse or a green enough horse here at my barn to show you what that one step looks like, all right? Because I promise you that started out like this. I go to my foot, I pull my head around, get one step, get out. Go to my foot, get one step, get out, all right? But this horse gives her hips up really easy, so I don't need to try to get one step anymore. Because she gives her hips up when I just touch back there, right? I don't have to like dig my spur or do anything. Then I can stay in this maneuver a little longer. That's what you're trying to work towards, is getting to where you can stay in this maneuver a little longer, right?
Okay, a couple questions.
Yep.
I can't see one because it's my chat's not keeping up with me.
Yeah.
So I have to read it off this little thing. But it says, 1 second. When you catch, where's the placement of your catch leg going? Does it go where you would ask for a lope off, or are you using that leg to roll up the belly?
So my catch leg would be my right leg, right?
Are you using the leg or the rowel on the catch leg?
What's that?
Are you using your leg or your rowel on the catch leg?
A little bit of both, right? In the beginning, if I'm just trying to get these legs to go forward, I'm just using my calf, right? Just like tapping his calf, trying to get things freed up over here, right? Free things up, step things forward. But in the end, I'm gonna roll that rowel up and get that horse really lifting its belly and trap it between both feet.
And then Dawn said, both spurs when you walk off straight and round up?
Yeah, same answer, right? Same question.
Yep, and then worked on this exact issue yesterday. Awesome, Elaine. I may have missed this, but what grade would you say Peanut is in right now?
She's probably like 9th or 10th, right?
Probably say so.
And I'll show you what her hole is, and I'll show you how we're gonna fix that, right?
Yeah, and then Bonnie said, so what's the point of the release?
Which release?
So, sorry, well, so what point do you release?
Oh, yeah. So
Sorry.
right here, I'm coming around. I'm gonna push his hip around, right? So she flung her head up and she's trying to like hold her left leg still. And that's my problem, right? I let that happen, so she's got a bad habit there. So right here, I want these front feet to keep moving. You see how stompy she is with her front feet? Right, these front feet are real choppy, like tick, 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 kind of angry across there. She's got to soften up right there. I need her to just relax through this. So my horse got a long way to go in doing these to just settle down. So now I'm gonna catch. I want her to drop down, step up into that, kind of get on both spurs here, get on both rowels, get on both shanks, and then put her down.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna keep doing that until she can keep her belly up when I go forward. And then I'm gonna lope off, right? So I can come around, push his hip around, that's wrong. To come around, and see, that's the stuff I look for. You see when I took a hold, she came way up here? That should never happen. So I got more work to do until that horse never does that. Never, ever, ever does that. So I push his hip around, she's ignoring my leg, right? She's not sliding her hip around at all. So I'm just gonna stay in. She's getting it wrong, there. She's getting it wrong, so I'm not gonna do the catch part, not gonna move on, because she's getting it wrong, there. Now her hip comes around, now we're walking up into that. See, I'm tapping my right leg, tapping my right rein, and then I would just lope out of it.
So when you're loping down the rail, do you keep the catch leg on as well as your outside leg?
I always keep my inside leg close, yep.
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 You don't need to like squeeze it though.
Nope.
Just keep it close.
What this will become, what I'm really doing, is I'm making a wall over here that I can dig this outside spur to make everything step up on the wall, all right? So I want this horse to be leaning on my outside foot, but I want enough respect out of this leg that nothing steps this way when you catch. So that way when you dig this foot, when you're walking forward, and you kind of go to your rowel and angle up into their belly, that things get round right here, right? That they go this way and step up. So what you do not want to happen when you're showing your horse, I promise you, you do not want to be going your foot like this down the rail right here and let things go this way. This is what not using your right leg looks like, your catch leg, okay? When things are going sideways like that. What will happen is you'll go to your outside foot when you're showing, and that horse is just gonna take off sideways. They're gonna speed their legs up. Don't let them do that. Make sure everything stays straight when you catch. So when I push this horse hip around, I come right through here. I'm gonna push her hip around.
So do you bump that leg when they won't move the hip, then go back to push?
Yep. And then I catch right here, and now nothing left or right. So I might take my right leg back a little bit, right? Catch things over here. Nothing left or right. Everything straight now. Everything straight now.
Do you want to show the lines like the push and catch?
Yep. Show the lines.
Like you said, you wanted me to hop on and show, like you want to show the lines of it all?
Oh, no, I think they're getting it.
Okay.
They're getting it. So nothing going left or right when you decide to walk off. Because when you're loping your horse and you go to your feet, you do not want things going left or right. You want them coming up and back, all right? Want everything coming up underneath them. Not this way and not left or right. And that's the high school level maneuver, all right? That's what makes this horse in 9th or 10th grade for me, because she's starting to learn not to dip off left or right, okay? So that's the hip part of the maneuver, right? That's the over-canting. Fixing this too far this way is in the catch part, all right? So remember, when we over-cant our horse like this, we get him bent in a C, we have two problems. The other problem you have is this shoulder going this way, all right? So if I'm going on my right lead and I get my horse over-canted, I have two problems. One, my hip is going to the inside of the arena, right? So I got too much going this way, okay? And then I have too much shoulder going that way. And this is what happens when you go straight and your horse goes left on you, right? So if I go right here, I'm trying to walk straight, and I got my left rein solid, and I'm bumping my right side, and I'm holding everything right here, and I'm trying to get this horse to round up and go straight ahead, right? I'm right here. If I have this problem where I don't use my outside rein, my horse does this when I walk off to go straight, all right? We gotta start using this outside rein, make this wall over here, right? So what I might do is I might get this horse and turn her over and say, get off that rein, right? Come over here, get off that rein. Come over here, get off that rein. Stay off this left side, right? Then we can take them and jog them, pull that rein up, say, hey, stay off this side. Keep everything square, stay off this side. There. Come over here, stay off this side. Good. Come over here, stay off this side. My horse is real confused, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's okay. So right here, Stay off this left rein, stay up off that. So I have a wall on the left side to hold her to, right? So make sure you have the ability to press this rein up and in, and you talk to her shoulder on both sides. So if I was working my left lead, I want to be able to come up with my right hand, bring everything up and over. See, my horse doesn't like that, right? She's probably pulling on me right there. I'm going to shut that down. We're going to bring those shoulders back.
Shut her down.
Turn. We'll shut that down again. Bring these shoulders back to me and turn. Bring these shoulders back to me. Good. And turn. Take up my jog again. Straight. Good. Pick up. Turn. Good. There's my shoulder come up and around. That's what I want. Keep everything up and under me. Turn. Good. 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 There's the top. Right. So keep in mind what it is that you got to have. You got to have control on every corner of your horse. So if I'm working right lead, I can't have my shoulder go left. I can't have my hip go right. If I'm working left lead, I can't have my shoulder go right, and I can't have my hip go left. Right? So if I'm over here loping, watch your shoulders wanting to go that way on you when you get them over canted. Can't have that happen. Right? So it's the push and catch, and the most important piece, the part that makes that a high school level maneuver, right, or a college level maneuver, is that they can go straight. Right? They can stay straight afterwards, because you want the ability to leave your hands down, go to your feet on the rail, and have everything come up into you.
So the shape you are aiming for is a counter arc on the hind. What was called the hockey stick?
Hockey stick. Yep. So if I'm on a left lead, I just want 3 tracks coming at you. All right? So it'd be like this. 3 tracks. I think that feels like 3 tracks. You see 3?
Let's look, guys. Yep, that's 3 tracks.
Okay. So 3 tracks. I want my horse head and neck in the middle of her chest. Do you guys see that? Head, neck in the center of her chest.
Yep.
Okay. I want her ears level. I want her head straight. So she's trying to dip off to the left a little bit. See me bumping that right rein? Just can't dip off to the left. Right? Head, neck straight. A horse steers at a lope, their outside stifle to their inside shoulder on that line. All right? So you need that line to be pointed where you're going. If you get their hock too far over and you make a C, remember they steer.
Do you say you see 4 tracks now?
You get their hock too far over, right? So now she should be going this way, right? But if I was on the rail, that's a problem, because
Dawn said that makes her really kick out her front legs out there.
yeah,
Good girl, Peanut.
that shoulder move does.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So what happens is when you're going down the rail, remember, outside stifle through inside shoulder is how my horse steers loping ahead, right? So right here, slightly over is all I need, right? So see those 3 tracks, okay? If you get further over and you get like this, going down the rail, outside stifle to inside shoulder, right? So where is that line? It's pointed up here, but the rail's going this way. So my horse is loping into a fence. That's why you pick up knee and you get stunty with your front legs, because you're loping this way, trying to go this way, and it's real funky.
Right.
All right? If you watch the video that we put up on our YouTube, or on the couch video, we put up Aaron and heart stopping, right? Everything on Aaron was loping right down the rail like this. He was running parallel to the rail. When you get your hip too far over and you expect your horse to 2-track down the rail, you are running perpendicular to the fence.
Lope her left lead, now run behind you, then lope her right lead, and you'll be able to tell.
You'll see.
Just make her right lead like really bad.
Okay. Shouldn't be hard.
But let me get over here real quick. Get back on the rail. Are you gonna go up here and do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Let me get up here. I'm running and running and running.
All right, so I'm gonna work on getting 3 tracks going straight down the rail right here. Get my horse's neck in between her chest, in between her shoulders, 3 tracks going down the rail. Hip slightly to the inside, work my neck down, work my neck down, work my neck down. I'm not letting anything go left or right. Everything needs to stay straight. You see how my wheel is straight? My hands are straight, my feet are straight, everything loping straight. Trying to keep everything going straight ahead. Okay?
Good girl.
Good. So is that 3 tracks?
I mean, I was running backwards.
Right? So that's 3 tracks coming at you. Hip slightly over, everything going this way from there. Right? That's what we want.
She said, I understand the 3-track. I was referring to the correct shape. The correction shape.
Which part? When
Like-
I'm jogging or loping or what?
Are you worried about like when he does the push and catch?
Yeah.
Like what the shape's supposed to look like, or when he's loping?
Nothing should be counter bent. Should be bent towards the lead you're going on. Yep.
She says, so the shape you're aiming for is a counter arc on the hind.
I guess I'm not terrible. Like my idea of what a counter arc would be that I'm opposite to where I'm going.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what we're going for. So I would say we want our horse to match just a hockey stick, right? Just slightly over.
Yeah.
Slightly over is all. Just this. Okay? So like I would think of counter bent as like I'm on my left lead going this way, right? Going left lead. And counter bent to me looks like this.
Yeah, so on the hind, you want it like towards the inside.
Towards the lead.
Yep.
Yep. Shouldn't be counter
Yes, she
bent.
said push and catch. The
Oh.
push and catch shape.
The push and catch, just the grade school, the only reason I do this is to make this leg light, right? So we teach these horses to move off pressure. She's gonna move the lightest part of her body. So I take her head this way. This is counter bent, right here. This is absolutely counter bent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
My
that makes more
forehead towards
sense.
her hip. Yeah.
Sorry.
So then when I catch, I wanna be bent correctly.
Yeah, bring it back in line.
Bring it back in line.
Yep.
But the only reason I'm moving her neck that far over is like to put flexibility here and to make this leg the first leg that moves. To get him off this leg. Yep.
Let's see here. Another question. Can you lope her off after doing that? I'm so used to seeing horses lope completely sideways on the rail. Yeah, we're gonna do that in just a second.
Yep.
And then one more thing. Are you filming with a new cell phone? If yes, which model? This is the iPhone 11.
The iPhone 11 Pro Max
Do you guys like it?
with a Movi Free Fly gimbal
Yes.
and a Rode
Microphone.
video mic.
Video mic. Yep.
Yep.
It's really nice. I really like
So I
it.
put my
It's
setup. Let me take a
heavy.
picture of it.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
Yep.
Do you want to do right lead?
Let me just push and catch and lope at you first so you can see it.
Okay, left
I'll
lead.
lope at you and then I'll lope profile you.
Okay.
Okay? We'll do 2 lope offs.
Okay.
Okay? So stay right there. I'm trying to get away from you.
Oh, okay.
Like just come out here in the middle, out in the open. Wherever. That's good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna push, catch, and lope off. So here, push. And now normally I would only do like 90s of these, not full 360s like that. Catch, lope off. Everything stay straight. You see how she stayed loping straight ahead? I can keep this hand open. I can keep my left leg open because I got a lot of stand up on my inside, right? Now she's trying to turn that corner on her own. I'm not gonna let her take that corner, okay? I'm not gonna let her take that corner because she's trying to take it on her own.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push around, push, catch, lope off. I'm gonna come around, just trying to die out around the corner. Now I'll profile you one, so they get her neck down.
I said she kind of seems sticky with her right front right now.
She's real sticky.
Yeah, she seems really sticky with it.
She's like real confused by what we're doing. We're not gonna use this as a way to evaluate her legs, that's for sure. Too much confusing stuff today.
Yeah.
It's right here.
I said she looks sticky with
Catch,
it.
lope off, right in there. Okay, everything lopes up straight. Everything lopes up under me, lopes in straight. That's what I want. Everything straight down the rim. Okay? So now, when you're doing it wrong, show what that looks like.
Oh, jeez.
Okay?
Here, I'm gonna come on the rail right here.
Well, let's see a profile first so you can watch your stunner front leg when I do it wrong.
Okay, you gonna go right lead?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come
Show
over.
your profile, because you saw a good profile.
He said, love the new mic. Thanks, it's fun to watch with the image. Yeah, it's super, super nice. This thing is amazing.
Good.
It keeps everything super stable.
Yeah. All
Stabilized.
Right, so we're here, push around. I'm gonna show you over-canted what that looks like. So I'm gonna lope out of it like this.
This is real ugly.
You wanna come around so you can see?
Yeah.
This is the situation we get ourselves into as trainers, right? When we don't know. Do you want to come straight in front? This is where I should be loping, right? So see this over-canted position, right? We don't want this, okay? And I'm gonna pay for this tomorrow.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm gonna have to redo all this all week long to fix this. So I'm gonna do a full 360 push, catch, and try to lope off straight at you, or no, profile, so you'll be over here, Mace.
Okay. I thought so.
Yep.
You're confusing
I
me
just wanted
too.
to see what that
Oh, okay.
over-canted looks like.
Yep.
All right, so going down the rail. Top face, and I'll try to hold it to the rail. Push, catch.
Oh no. Ooh, Jeremy. Jeremy, that's so bad. Stop it. She's trying.
Here. Right here.
Oh, ew.
Press that hip way over. That's a big old bend in your horse's body.
He is just making me run. All right, you need to stop that. I'm about to turn the camera.
So when we straighten things out, look how much better she can move when things get straight. Right? So that's what you gotta watch for, okay?
No more. I know. Ew.
That's gross, right?
Everyone's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Thanks for sacrificing to teach us. Yes.
Right? Good girl, Peanut. So when we
Stop,
lift that
stop,
off,
stop. Ugly.
Yeah, that's what that looks like, okay? So you see how things got tight and choppy and chippy and she didn't know where to go. And what we would do is we would get after our horse and put the boots to him and be like, get up and lope through here. You got lope in that shape, right? Hold that shape. It's the wrong shape. It's wrong. Shut it down, okay?
Yeah,
You
she
got
does lose a lot of reach with her hind end.
Yeah, because your hock is traveling sideways, right? So your legs are so busy traveling sideways that they can't step under, right? So you have no drive from behind. In order to have drive, that leg's got to step up here. Right?
Disgusting. Totally shut that down.
Shut it down. Exactly.
Yeah, it is crazy to see how it chops their front end up.
Yeah. Yep. Because your hock is traveling over here, so your front end is trying to go that way, and your ends are going away from each other. They're running away from each other. Okay?
Look, I was itching.
Oh,
I was itching my hand.
So I was like, what?
No, I was itching my hand.
Code word.
I can't. I'm like 2 hands have to hold this gimbal, so I have to itch right here.
Yeah. So that's the problem we run into, right? We don't want to have that kind of problem. We
Yeah.
want to make sure that you guys get your horses straightened out. It's good to get a lot of hip control. It's good to open things up, right? So when we have a problem like that, a horse is over-canted, right? That's what it looks like. It just does a bad number on your front end, right?
Yep.
So the push and catch can be really important for this horse. I push this horse's hip around, catch, everything's got to go straight. So I bring my left hand in really hard right here to keep her shoulders from going left, because that's how bad she wanted to be. So I'll push it around, catch, everything going straight. Don't let her shoulders go left. That's why I stress to you a wall right here. In this hand, a wall, okay? Get the wall made right there, because we can't have our shoulders going left when we decide to go straight.
Right.
Right? So come around, push. She's sticky up front.
So she seems really sticky up front today.
Yep. Push, catch, open up on that line. Open up on the line. So, the other piece we talked about was at the jog, standing these shoulders up and moving them around. So I can come here, take this horse where Charlie was, go back to grade school and make sure that I can talk to her shoulders here. She doesn't like that.
It doesn't look like you can.
She doesn't like that, right? We got a little hole right here. We got a little fundamental problem. So I can come back to this for a couple days or a week or so and stand these shoulders up and make sure that they come around where I want them to, because this is very basic fundamental stuff that she's not doing well, all right? I want to make sure that she can do these maneuvers and keep her belly up, keep her body up, keep her shoulders up. So she's leaning on me through those corners, right? So the other piece that you can think about when I'm loping around is that this horse, there,
That's better.
this horse has got to learn to stand on this leg under herself, right? And keep this shoulder in line. So if I was to lope this horse and go back to grade school, say we're just learning the push and catch, that right there is most likely how I would lope her, right? And what I'm doing is I'm gonna rock her over her back end and make her sit on this right here, sit on this leg, and bring her shoulders up and around to keep her shoulders from going that way, okay? So just like we talked about with Jacob, and we talked about that with our lope, right? Or our jog when we started, I don't need to train at a show jog in order to make my show jog better. So I can go back to some fundamental work and say, whoa, 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 wait a minute. we can't make those lope circles like that. Let's go back, let's work on that for a little bit. When I'm done pushing her on, because I'm driving her up the whole time through that, when I'm done pushing her, I can relax and she'll come back down into a regular lope like she did her jog, right? Question?
Yeah, they want to see how her mane was done.
The real priority.
Yeah, we just took 2 rubber bands and then we just took one. And it was just like this.
Yeah.
This one's kind of twisted. And we didn't make enough to tie this one in, but we always call them bubble braids.
The bubble braid.
We forget fundamentals sometimes. Yeah, especially with her, we forget them a lot because we're like, oh, she's so close to showing.
Show horse right away.
Yep.
Right? And then, like with this horse, we see where she gets kind of choppy up front. We don't like the way she uses her left front leg. So this horse could stand to go back to fundamentals for a couple weeks, 3 weeks, and learn how to counter canter because she's not good at it.
You want to see her counter canter?
I'll show him.
Is there a reason for that other than braids? I think the braids, I think they pull out their hair.
Too much hair fall out.
I think too much hair falls out. So like this isn't like high stress on their hair.
It's not tight at all.
Yeah, it's not tight. And it just gives it, and I usually...
It contains it without.
Yeah, and I feel like with the braids, it gets so tight, it doesn't have any room to like breathe or grow or anything like that. So we just keep them kind of loose. Yep. That's what I think. I mean, I could be wrong. I think if you were to do loose braids, you'd be fine, but a lot of people do tight braids.
A lot of people do super tight.
Like we do tight braids on Enzo, so we can kind of like pull his hair out because it's so thick.
We got a lot of hair.
But we want to keep her hair really nice, so. I mean.
All right, so I'll counter canter her real quick, and I'll show you how, like, again, so I look at it and I go, well, I don't love the way she lopes to the right? We got a lot of horse to the left on most days. This is Monday, so whatever. But we got a lot of horse to the left. I love the way she lopes to the left. There's days that I'm like, man, we could show that and we'd do really well. And the right, I go, I don't love it, right? I don't even, I like it, it's okay, but I don't want to show a horse it's just okay, right?
Yeah, it's not my favorite. When you watch her, like, I mean, she's been off for 2 days, but when you watch her go to the left and then you watch her go to the right, it's like a whole different horse.
Yep.
And I don't like that.
Right? For me, that's not showable. So I got to make sure my horse is even left to right. So what I would do is I would say, okay, I don't like the way she uses her body to the right. So what piece can't she do, right? Find the holes in her foundation. Go back to your fundamentals, go back to your foundation and say, what can't she do?
Counter canter.
Because if she could do all the maneuvers that we've been showing you on all the other horses that we've been bringing up, then I would be like, oh, shoot, okay, then that's just the way she's going to be, right? But if you have a super sticky spot like that, going to the right, going one direction, and you don't like the way she lopes.
Chiropractor Jeremy. I agree, Dawn. I agree.
Yep. And you don't like the way she lopes, then I would say, let's go back to our fundamentals, all right? So I'll show you the fundamentals on this horse, the same thing I was doing on Piper, Dubs, and Charlie, all right? Something I don't do enough of on this horse, because she's ours, right?
I get put the back burner.
Because she's ours, she's back burnered, and she's like entitled that she should be a show horse, all right?
Yeah.
So we go, we don't have to work on the fundamentals because we can make our horse go around.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way.
Everyone else is knocking it out. I'm like, hello?
So if we go back to 3rd grade on this horse and we say, okay, let's just go basic. Let's turn, let's back, let's turn, let's lope. Let's go around here, let's turn. That's a better circle. And let's go straight. And let's counter canter. So I got a lot of speed.
Woo!
I got a lot of speed here. I'm swapping leads.
You're swapping leads.
I am, suffice it to say, I am not comfortable right here. So I got to do a lot more of these. Piper does these better, right? So straight, turn. This is my figure 8 that you saw on Piper and Dubs and everybody. Straight, leg on. Counter canter.
It's just a lot of mouth coming at the camera.
Another one because she's not comfortable.
Yeah, she gets mad about these.
It's hard for her. Straight.
She loves to like stay super, if you guys watch her front end, she likes to stay super, super tight. It kind of looks like 2 front legs bouncing out.
Yeah. If you look at her left front leg, it's real tight and it wants to be out here somewhere.
She doesn't like to hold the ground with her left front.
Yep.
So she does not like these.
She wants to cut in over here on my circle real bad. Real bad. So I want to keep things open over here, looping around.
What are you doing with your outside leg?
Which one?
The
This leg?
the
This leg's holding her from going this way, to the inside of the arena.
so his left
This
leg,
leg is keeping things underneath of me.
so your left leg is holding and your right leg is just staying close.
Stay close.
Yep.
So I need to keep her pushed out off my leg. Right? So if you have a problem where your left shoulder wants to go left on you, you can take her here and work on that. But keep this left hand open. Don't bring your left hand over here and hold her up. Don't do this, because that's not coming out of my leg. All right? I come around here. I'll let her out of this circle. I'm going to go straight. I got some speed. I'm going to turn her up over her hips.
You look like the round pen video now.
Over her hips. Straight.
That's a little better.
Yep. Counter canter. She tried to cut in, fall down real bad. And let me tell you something. That is not comfortable to ride.
No.
That counter canter is real painful to ride. Over her hips.
That's much better.
Good girl.
We need to do that for a while.
It would never hurt this horse at all to spend 3 weeks doing that and get good at it. All right? Cal. Cal's staying warm.
My
doing jumping
mom's
jacks.
doing the steps on the stairs like you do in yoga. The steps.
Stairmastering back there. Cal's staying warm.
We've all been there. We're here too much with this one.
Way too much of this one. So you see where I got, it would never hurt this horse to do that for 2-3 weeks, all right? So that's how we can come out here with these horses and keep training and keep working and keep trying to get them better without frying them,
Right.
all right? So by going back to basics like that, going back to our fundamentals, we can take this horse and make it interesting out here and make it challenging.
Right.
All right. I'm a huge believer if you don't get your horse challenged every day, they'll pick up a lot of bad habits
Yeah, I agree.
and they'll get naughty, right? She's got to come out here, she's got to be learning, she's got to be challenged or she's going to not like her job.
Right. Well, she's going around really good for a while, and we were like, wow, she looks great, like showable. And then we started like nitpicking it, and we brought out the fundamentals, and they were a mess.
They were awful.
We were like, what happened?
Yep. Yep. So if
Come
you
on,
ever
let's
get
make
to
it
where you're riding along and maybe you like the way she's going, but then you just kind of get stuck there, right? Like I like the way she's going, but she's not great.
Right.
Then we can go back to our fundamentals and try to work that way.
Yep.
Yep.
So you come out of the counter canter and they pick up speed. What are you doing to slow it down?
Do more.
He usually
Do
takes
more.
them
Kelly,
like.
you're listening.
I know. What is going on
He
here?
does that to me too for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, you can try
So-
to just push down on that end.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
it might freak out and vibrate.
Oh.
So,
It's fine.
guys, I am so sorry.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
He usually puts in like her back in like a counter canter or like
Yep.
roll over her hips.
Yep. You have to figure out where that speed's coming from. Is it coming? Now you're too far.
I know, it just keeps moving on me.
So you have to figure out where that speed is coming from. Is it running from your spur?
Yeah.
Right? Is it because your spur's on, it's running from your foot? Because if that's the case, we could say, all right, we got to push our hips around and get our hips to travel underneath of us.
Right.
So we could, if I put that leg on and she really runs away from my foot, break her back down right here, get her to sit on my leg, and then go back off. I would say that this horse speeding up is a product of two things, right? One, she's running from my spur, and two, she's off balance,
Yeah.
right? Because speed's always made from one of those two things, either a conscious choice or it's because she lost her balance.
Right.
She's trying to fall in on the circle with her inside front. I got to teach her to stay up off this outside leg, right? My left leg and a left leg counter canter.
Okay.
So I'm counter canting around, I'm doing this, right? And I want things to stay open over here, right? I want this to stay in line. I want these legs to stay open. And what she's trying to do is over cant and do this,
Right.
right? So then she's always kind of loping.
Yeah, and she's like really quick. If you guys watch in the video with this hind right here, her left hind, like she's like, there's no stick. It was
Boing,
just
boing,
like,
boing, 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 boing. Yeah, yep.
But it's because she's so over-canted that way.
Yep, that hip's traveling too far over there and her front end's falling over here. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to teach her to hold her shoulders up this way, which if you think about over-canting, what is that? That's your hip traveling too far this way and your shoulders going this way. So that's exactly what she's doing on a counter canter, right? So we could say, all right, we can fix that on a counter canter. We can chip away at it with the push and catch. It's going to be some combination of the two of the things that are going to fix that.
Yep, I agree.
Yep, it's going to be some combination of those two things.
Yep, I totally agree.
So, and it's just like, what happened was my outside leg started talking to only my hip.
Yeah.
I needed to slide that outside leg forward, right? In retrospect, if I was to do it all over again, I wouldn't ride with my outside leg so far back on this horse. I would teach this horse when I go to my leg in the middle of her body, move both ends of you together, all right?
I mean, you could ride with your outside foot far back, but you just have to make sure
It talks a little bit to both ends.
Yeah, you just have to make sure you keep everything in line when you're doing it.
Because I got her way too broke apart.
Yeah.
I end up with a back end that was doing one job and a front end that was doing one job.
Yeah.
So my lope to the right for months and months and months looked like two men in a horse suit.
I mean, it's getting a lot better. It's a lot better than where it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Jamie. This has been so helpful. I've seen all our problems and some tools to help me. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Very good,
Thank
Tracy.
you for being here,
Very
Tracy.
good. So yeah, that's that exercise right there will be huge for you guys. Send us some videos of your push and catch, right? Send us some videos of you push and catching and trying to keep everything moving this way.
I think a big thing too is when you do push and catch, like if you were a horse, Jeremy, be a horse. Like make sure your front legs, put your front legs up there. But when you do push and catch, you're gonna go like this, and no, not that far. Your shoulders are gonna go over here, and this is gonna be a huge problem right here.
Yeah,
You
everything
agree?
leaning over like this.
Yeah. And like I think what's gonna happen is people are gonna keep pushing their hips around and not think about their shoulders. So it's super important that you remember you have shoulders too to worry about. And then you bring your shoulders, like go back to that position, you bring your shoulders back in line. Because I feel like when you bring your shoulders back in line, everything just lines up. You know? Yeah, it does.
That's what needs to
But I
happen.
feel like you can bring your hip in line with your shoulders still over here.
Huh?
I feel like you can do the push and catch. Like let's say you push and catch, okay?
Yep.
You come back over here and your shoulders are over here. You can bring your hip back in line. But your shoulders can still be leaking out.
Yeah, yep. It's both ends, right? And that's why I wanted to show you both sides. Because, and what happens to me, right? If you look at how I get like that, look how I'm like this. See, this shoulder's really high,
Yeah.
right? So I got so much leaking out over here, I got so much weight over here that I could never finish my stride. Because remember, it's a lope, right? They got to start up over here and finish out here,
Right.
right? So you got to let them finish that stride out here. So that's the hard part, and that's why when I had her over canted, you guys hated her front end. Because because I'm over here like this, that leg can only go like this, right? It's just gonna stomp like this. It can't travel all the way through that lope, right? So that's why we don't like her front end, especially when she's over canted. It makes her chippy up front. So if you guys are riding your horses, they lope like this, right? They're stubbing that, they're loping around, they're like, then that's what you have going on. You got that horse hiding over here because his hip is running too far that way.
Yep. I
Right.
totally agree.
So that honestly, like those horses lope like this. They go, let me think, long, short. Like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if it's so much like long this way, it's long this way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like when they're loping, like they're like long and then short to keep up with their legs. So they
Yeah.
just go sideways like this.
Yep.
So then
And
when
that's where you see them. It's hard to tell what lead on up front.
Yeah, so then when people bring in their outside reins, they're like,
Yep.
horses like freak out.
Because that horse needs to go this way with its front end, just like it does its back end.
Yep.
The back end and the front end are doing the same thing. They're hitting each other, skip forward, right? Don't cross in front of this leg or you stay flat, all right? So for Jacob's horse, right, we talked about how that horse was driving his legs forward, but and it was somebody else's horse too, I forget now. But if your legs are staying flat to the ground, look. See how there's no lift? I get a full stride, there's just no skip to it. There's no lift to it. You gotta lift, skip across there.
Yep, totally agree.
Okay. Very good.
Totally agree, Peanut. We need to get you, okay?
We'll keep working. I'm really sorry. Really sorry for the last 8 months and for today.
For today.
So I'm gonna have to fix that next couple days, but that's okay.
Yes, I'll be perfectly fine.
That's the cool thing about horses. Given enough time, you could ride yourself down one rabbit hole, claw your way back out, and ride down a good path, and they're forgiving enough to do that.
They are forgiving enough.
All right? So she might not understand what we were doing today. She's gonna come out tomorrow and be really listening to me,
Yeah.
because she's like, I don't know where we're going, this dude's crazy, right?
Is he crazy?
But
He's crazy.
that's the thing about horses, right? Always remember, you're never stuck. You can always reteach them something. You can
Says
always
she
work
needs
again.
carrots and extra oats. Oh,
That's
trust
right.
me,
She
she's gonna
does.
get them.
She definitely does.
You're gonna get them, I promise.
Yep. So they're super forgiving. So just remember that with your horses, right? As long as you're patient with them, they'll be forgiving. They'll let you help them.
Yep, I totally agree. We'll be live tomorrow.
Yes.
Another live video. Maybe we
Yes.
could do another series on that because we can go way more in depth than
Yep.
that, you know.
I should be judging tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to judge today, but
But-
she had over 200 emails
Sunday night.
Sunday night, so she couldn't get the list together.
200 entries Sunday night. So that's a big show.
That's a big show.
Way to go.
Good job, guys.
I'm really excited to see him. So hopefully I get that list of all the entries tonight, and I can start judging, let's say, 10 a.m. tomorrow. And we'll just keep working all day long if we have to.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
We'll work through as long as we can.
Did any of you guys do it?
Shh. I don't need to know that.
He can't know.
I'm the judge.
Oh, well, I'm not a judge. Jamie, cover your ears. Did any of just kidding.
Yep, so hopefully we get that entry list, because that'll be really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We can start judging that. And then I was supposed to judge the All Breed Virtual Horse Show. That show's backed up too. So I don't know when that show will be. I'll be judging that, but that'll be probably next week.
Well, you're gonna be busy. I know it's gonna be super busy.
Yep. Yep. So we'll be working all day tomorrow.
Yes, we will be. Hey, Peanut.
Cool.
Why is she so happy?
Very good. When I come back to Nova Scotia, Gordy, I need you. I know.
Oh, we miss him.
I know.
I'm the judge.
Exactly.
Cover your ears, judge.
So yeah, Nova Scotia. I mean, I think the border's closed.
Yeah, Becky, the live judging is for the
Show Your Heart Out series. I'll be live judging that probably all day tomorrow. Let's say 10 a.m. I haven't heard yet from Kirsty. Of course, I haven't checked my email either because I've been at the barn.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we get off this, I'll be able to tell. Dirty horse.
Dirty horse.
Dirty horse.
Who brushes these things?
Kelly.
Mom.
Blame for everything.
Awesome. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope that helped you, Jacob. And for everybody else that over-canted, has that problem in your horses. If you don't have an over-canting problem, good for you.
Yeah, good job.
And try to avoid it. But when you do,
Come train my horse for me.
if you do,
I'm just kidding.
we'll be able to fix it. I promise. I promise you can fix it.
As soon as restrictions are lifted, and we can get you on a plane Australia bound, you will be wealthy.
Ah, yes. That would be amazing. That's what I'm talking
That'd
about.
be so much fun. I sent you if you're watching this, need help with my 3-year-old. Awesome.
Amanda,
Thanks,
welcome
guys.
back. You were the one I was talking to way before.
Way before, yeah.
We talked on the phone.
Yeah.
You had the awesome accent.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember Amanda?
Like,
Yeah.
I remember she said like something about coats. I
Oh,
loved
yeah. She wanted
it.
to rug up.
Rug up. I
She wanted
loved
to rug
it.
up.
I used it forever.
She wanted to come to Michigan and rug up sometime.
That
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Psyched to work on this tomorrow. Jacob said, awesome.
Perfect.
Yay.
Perfect. And send us a video.
Yeah, send us a
Send us a
video.
video. We'll go over it. So that being said, because I'm gonna be live judging all day tomorrow, I don't know that we'll be on the couch doing user videos.
No, we'll probably be here doing a video.
Yep. So I'll have to. Once I'm done judging, we'll go live on the couch we'll do another like 2.5 hours. We'll do user videos. We'll try to catch up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds good.
That'd be good. And then Friday's the drawing.
Yeah, we're gonna draw on Friday.
Yep.
Yep. We figured we'd just give everyone a week, and then we have to email Harris and stuff. And
So
get all that figured
that'll be a Friday night stream at least, right? We'll do the spur
out.
giveaway.
That's a lot like that.
Yep. We'll do the spur giveaway and we'll do the user videos Friday night. So we'll spend Friday night, probably Saturday night with you guys. Be hanging out,
Eating popcorn.
eating popcorn, Mason be eating pretzels again, making a mess. And we'll
I
spend
gotta
all
show
that
you guys
too.
what I painted.
Oh yeah. She's
I
been
did
hard at work
so
painting.
good.
She's been a busy baby painting. Yep. Yep.
Thank you guys. We appreciate all of you. We
Awesome.
love all of you.
Very good.
My home is yours over here.
Awesome.
That'll
be great.
amazing. Oh my God.
That'll be great. Maisie's dad said
New Zealand.
he's coming with us to New Zealand because he wants to hunt a stag.
He said,
right, stag?
yeah, a stag. He said, you cannot go unless I do that. I'm like, well, Dad.
She's not allowed to travel across the pond unless he can hunt a stag in New Zealand. So maybe we can make that happen.
I told him, I was like, anyone out here from New Zealand, if you guys know good places to shoot a stag.
Yeah.
It's,
You guys
it's
have-
stag, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Stag, yep.
Yeah, if you guys have a hunting connection out there, he'll take it.
If we hit 200 by Friday, we will give away 2 sets of hair spurs.
Oh my gosh.
To me.
Here we go. Bonnie. Bonnie. Look how fast she spends my money. Like that. She just burns it up.
200 is a huge.
200 is a lot of people.
I will do it, guys. Don't worry. maybe not like do spurs. We could do like a bridle. Like what?
That's so-
Honey, that's a
a lot more.
That's more. Okay, okay, put a sock in it.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut her down. She likes to spend other people's money.
No, not like with the crystal on it, like it'd just be like the
It's
work.
a leather stamped one. How's that?
Yeah, like a work halter with like T-Mel Sage
T-Mel
on there or
Sage.
something like
Oh,
that.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll throw some more stuff in. If we hit 200 by Friday, we'll have a serious discussion about what we'll
Well,
do.
we'll have a really deep discussion.
Yeah.
Nothing that we said about 200 is gonna happen yet.
That's
but
a stretch goal. That's a
if we
huge
hit
goal.
200 by Friday, we'll do something. I promise.
Yeah, yeah.
You ain't coming to New Zealand.
Setup is
I
all-star.
have to have
Awesome.
them
Thank you
back.
so much, Amanda.
Um,
Is there a way to get extra entries?
What do you mean?
There's more than one entry in the spur drawing.
Oh!
You know, I was thinking I found this Good Ride shirt that I gave away forever ago. Let me show you guys it real quick.
You find a picture of it?
It's
Do
on-
you know where the shirt is?
Yeah, I found it today when I
Oh,
was
okay.
peeing under your bed
Oh.
and everything. It's a size.
I'm having a hard time with this, guys.
I think it's a medium. It's getting tired.
It is. Too much talking, Jeremy. One second, let me show you guys. I can't see the comments yet, so
Hi,
it's
honey.
loading.
Slow to load.
Good girl,
Was
Peanut.
it like way back here?
It's gotta be right here because there's a drawing.
No, that was for
Yeah.
something else. That was a free video.
No, it's gotta be right here. I think it's a big
I don't know, but I feel like you guys are on the moon. We're going everywhere here.
We'll find a picture of it.
Wait, no, let me show him. Let me show him. 1 second, Jeremy. Oh,
There
here.
it is. There it is.
Here it is.
It's a size, I think it's a medium. It's like this. I mean, it's cute. It's a good ride. And I might just throw that in, whoever wins the spurs, or just do
Yeah.
a second giveaway.
Yep. Yep.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not?
Join up the family. Peanut needs a better brow band. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lowrider.
Well,
It's a lowrider.
Yeah, so maybe like if any of you guys like that shirt, we could just do that as a second giveaway.
Yeah.
Because why not? The
Yeah.
person we gave it away who won it never contacted
Never
us.
claimed
Like,
it. Yeah, we messaged
I
her.
messaged her, and she never contacted us. So if you guys like it, I might just throw it in.
Yeah, yeah, if you guys want that.
It's super cute. It's still been in the packaging, hasn't come out of the package yet. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we've had it for like over a year.
Just been hanging out.
Yeah, we've just
Wow.
kind of everywhere we've gone. it just
And
keeps
if you
coming
won the
with us.
shirt and you just so happen to watch this video, send us a message because
Yeah.
we're trying to get a hold of you.
We're trying to get a hold of you. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, so I mean, we could do that.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys in the live video so you can see it a little more.
Yeah, a yacht, ocean motion. Yeah, it's like being on the boat across.
I'm so sorry.
We need our moon boots. Whoosh. Or the boat.
I'm making myself sick.
It's like being on the cat.
It is. It is like being on the cat. We're
Awesome. All right, perfect. We'll wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here
Yeah,
today,
thank
guys.
you, guys.
And thank you so much for 150 and 160.
Woo!
Keep it going. Keep the momentum going. We'll come out of this.
Yeah, we gotta do a happy dance.
We'll come out of this Q word before you know it. We'll come out of the Q word and we'll kick the CV.
I like that. Yeah, you get.
Yeah, awesome. Very good. All right.
I'll push you over.
We'll see you guys next one. We'll be live tomorrow night, riding again. So
Yes.
stay safe out there. Have a great afternoon, evening,
Good
morning, wherever you are around the world. We love you guys.
Great
Stay
tips
safe.
today. Yay. Love you all.
We'll see you in the next one.
Mwah.